review. And I've just noticed I've got paint on my face. I was busy painting. So I've been at work, come home, back on the work, no rest. So, apart from this beer review, of course. So, from Framework Brewery, based in Leicester, I got this from Adventure Beer Company. This is their Friday Street Session IPA. 4.5% IPA. The hops are Pilgrim, Centennial, Amarillo, Mosaic rather, and Eldorado. Bottle conditioned, pour with care. Satisfying, fruity and full-bodied. That's really all it says. As far as I remember from what I was told, obviously I've slept since then. So it's alright. Nice bit of smoke coming off for those people who, you know, do beer reviews and, hey, look at the smoke. He's a bad lad. He's a bad one. So I've got a 15-20 minute window before the paint dries. First paint straight onto the new plaster. So hopefully 2 coats will do it. One never knows. It looks like a golden to amber pour in this light, coppery actually even. Carbonation through the centre. Nice white head. Beautiful citrusy aromas coming off this. Touch of tropical as well. Yeah, touch tropical coming off that. Oh, smells nice, looks good. Cheers all. I'm buzzing because I'm going to get the 2 layers, two coats on the ceiling tonight. And then, as long as I don't make too much noise, because we're semi-detached, and it's the furthest away from next doors, and it's quite a wide house. I'm going to put the floor down tonight. Ooh. So, with all those hops, I look like I've got war paint on. God's sakes, that's better. Hit me off. All I can see is the white. I can't see my face. I think it's better than looking at grey out, I suppose. But yeah, really good flavour on this. These guys made the beer for Leicester City as well. Now, I wasn't overly fond of Leicester City's fans when they came to Nottingham. Smashing up pubs with kids in, you know, grown men. How can any grown man stand in front of his wife and child and smash a room up, you know? And you don't do it to somebody else's wife and kids. Disgusting, you know. No place in this world for that sort of stuff. No place. Banter. You can do more damage by calling somebody than doing that sort of stuff. Disgusting. But they got their comeuppance anyway, because that was before the match. They lost 4-1. And nothing against Leicester fans. You know, there's a lot, 99% of Leicester fans, like most fans across the world, football fans, are decent fans who like a bit of banter, like to give it, but they don't want to use their fisticuffs and smash things up. There's no need for it in this world. You know, there's no need for Russia to invade Ukraine either. Disgusting. Or because some old bloke, it's his death wish before he dies. He's on his way out. Oh. So, I've got my crappy gear on. Yeah. It's a thermal t-shirt as well, so I've had to open the window in the dining room because I'm there. And absolutely sweating my head off. No heating on, obviously, it's not too warm. But sweating my blooming head off. And obviously for Forest, we may well be playing Leicester next year. May. Sunday, I literally can't either listen or watch the match. Even my brother, who doesn't suffer with anxiety like I do, he's not going down to Wembley. You know, people can't afford to. Some people can, some people can't. It is what it is, you know. Depends how much free money you've got. I'm sure this is a bigger bottle. 500 mils. It looks like a 750. It's tasting nice. Bits of the sediments come from the bottom now. As you can see, it's just slightly more hazy now. Always a thing to remember. It doesn't affect the beer one slight iota. It's tasting bloody nice, to be honest. Damn nice beer. Oh, well, if it's going to rain, it's a good time to rain, because I was going to do the garden tonight, but the house comes first. Got to put the house back to normal. We're living in like a couple of rooms, and it's god awful. The only downside now is, you know, when you decorate one room and you get it looking pretty damn nice, so you look at the rest of the house and think, shit old. And now we have had the, I'd say the last 3 years, because we had the situation with the rats. They got in, caused whatever damage underneath the skirting boards, trying to get through into our bloody kitchen, little bleeders. And so they caused damage, and then we've had leak after leak after leak on the water. We had a new boiler put in, and that burst pipes literally all over the house. And it's like, and then we had a ceiling go, and it's, yeah, yeah. It doesn't break you, you know. And luckily, you know, it hasn't defeated me. So yeah, we move on, we keep going. But could have done with the without expense on the year that we're paying for a wedding vow renewal. So we're literally working, you know, a lot of hours. Yeah, doing what we do. Do what you do, don't you, to survive. I'm lucky because it's pissing down. I'm lucky because I've got gardening as a skill. But you know, there are jobs out there, and you know, when you need to, you do what you do, don't you? You know, I have no problems with anybody doing what they do to survive, especially with what's coming this winter. Yeah. I would start chucking it down. Dog's outside, so I need to hurry the beer review up. Gonna get a bit of sediment here. I can, yeah, from the bottle conditioned. Oh, it's coming down fast as you like now. So as you can see, it's changed. Actually, I still like it like that. It still looks good. So I'm not sure if it's supposed to be clear or it's supposed to be slightly hazy. There's the thing. Is it supposed to be one or the other? I've never really spoke to Framework Brewery to know which, you know, I've not developed a relationship with them, you know, obviously non-sexual, but you know, via email or message or something. Although to be fair, on the brewery front at the moment, I've not heard a lot from most breweries. They're all a bit quiet. Yeah. Probably now it's gone back to normal now, and I mean, at one stage I think I was the only beacon for Nottingham's breweries because I was the only one doing anything. Um, you know, apart from selling bottles, they couldn't sell cask beer. Things were pretty damn rough for the breweries, and the only person really doing anything with Nottingham breweries, not even camera, was probably me. So yeah. And that's before Crummy came on the scene, and before Craft Beer Basic came on the scene. I think our man Red Dog, he was around before that, so he'd be around. So the four, well, there is 5 beer reviewers in Nottingham that I know of. There's probably more actually. There's probably a lot more. Um, and for the channel, I do want to grab hold of them. You know, at least our man Red Dog, Craft Beer Basic, and Crummy, and do some beer reviews with them at some stage. You know, meet up in, because they're all different personalities. Obviously, Crummy's quite well educated and decent bloke. craft beer basic. He knows his craft beer, something amazing. He's a top class bloke. And he comes out with stuff that makes me chuckle. Yeah, he's very, very witty. And Red Dog as well, he's as funny as hell. And he's obviously a commercial brewer now, so yeah, it's great. Us in Nottingham, for beer reviewers, we touch like all the different strands. You've got me, the rough and ready St. Anne's lad. Yes, I am from St. Anne's. Yeah, I won't live there now. Jesus Christ, not in a million. Apologies to anybody who lives in St. Anne's. I do apologise. I lived there for the first 10, 11 years. Won't live there now. But although all areas can have bad people, we've got some few neighbours on this street. One who thinks it's all right to put bins on the street when she's got a big garden, and it just scruffys the street up, and it does my bolting. And the fact is, she's an awful person as well. It's not. Do if it was somebody who wasn't an awful person, you would, you'd probably ignore it. But because she's an awful person, because she doesn't go to work, because she gets everything she can, because she complains, she's got a gob like that, and I know this, and she's riding around in a 22 plate car. Don't take her to work. I don't know what's up with her son. I don't know if he's got some sort of autism, but it's no more stronger than my son's autism, because I watch him. You can see what people have got, and so they're either very good at fiddling, playing the system, and this is probably the wrong thing. This, in some ways, the country, there are people that are genuinely in need, that don't shout up enough, that can't get the help, and then there's some who, from 4 o'clock every day, have got a gang around, getting drunk on the back garden, and that's what they do. They've had parties all through COVID. Yeah, they can shout all they like about Boris. We had a lot worse at the top of our street. She should have been fined loads. And I don't know what her neighbours are thinking of, because I'd have complained. If she was my next door neighbour, there'd be fisticuffs, to be honest. But there you go. Because I'd be shouting over the fence. If you don't put that noise in, police are coming round, and yeah, you'd have to use every bit of the law. But sometimes the law's not strong enough for people like that. With the bad people of this world, it isn't. And God, right, sun's coming out now. Poor dog, let his wet through. Bless his cotton sockies. He'll be walking around. Someone's probably already let him in. So yeah, it's gone more like an golden amber pour now, a hazy golden amber pour. Obviously, that's the bottle condition coming through. Bloody hell! Say that's only a session IPA. I feel walloped after that. So that second coat on the ceiling is going to be fun. But it's going up, and then I may or may not do a second review tonight. I might try and do a second review before I put the floor down. As long as I measure all right, it's dead easy. Today's we're putting a nice grey laminate floor down on top of the new floor that they've put down. So a bit of underlay as well, obviously. I was going to put lino down, but lino's crap. Bloody stuff. As soon as you move something, it tears, and it's like, oh no. So yeah, we've got some nice. Went to Wickes, got some nice thicker than what's in this beer room. I think in the beer room it's like 4mm thick. It's crap. The stuff we bought is 12mm. Yeah, it's a lot thicker. My poor jigsaw. And I start cutting it, but it's like, what was it now, about 5:20 on Monday, and second coat on, see how it looks, give it 20 minutes to dry. If it's cooking well, start bashing the floor down. 2 or 3 hours, floor's down, job's a good one. Then tomorrow we can start wallpapering, and then get the skirting board back on Wednesday or Thursday, and get everything back in. Oh, he's chucking it down, Jesus Christ. So, tasting absolutely amazing. A citrus, overload of citrus with a bit of tropical in. The flavour's just obscene. For a session IPA, they've truly gone really to the hilt on flavour. Typical Wraggy beer review, tangents, life. That's how it is. You know, we don't all live in a plastic bubble, and a lot of us have more issues. And it's good to talk about issues, because if you talk about issues, it gets it out of his system. And yeah, for those who want quick beer reviews, I can do quick, but I prefer to actually have a chat as well. You know, you can always zoom away to the last 3 minutes anyway, and then you'll get what it is anyway. For me, I absolutely enjoyed this massively. A good 4.4 out of 5 for me. Yeah, Framework Brewery from Leicester. I got it from Adventure Beer. Searched them. I think they may well have a website. I don't know about that, to be honest. But yeah, Friday Street Session IPA. And I've got to make sure I put that in the title. Cheers, everyone. See you soon.